So, Julie, we spent a lot of time already talking about the different struggles that you've had with social anxiety and how you feel like you've been fighting this for a long time, and it really stands in the way of you kind of having the relationships that you want, and you've been really working hard to overcome it.
Yeah.
And part of what I was wondering about is if we could spend a little time kind of looking at the bigger picture of what are your dreams and your goals in terms of your relationships. Like if you could sort of have your relationships be however you would want them. Like if it were just so simple that you could just you had like a bowl of prizes and you could just reach in and just pull out the kind of relationships that you wanted. What would those look like for you?
Well, I'd like to have someone who I want to call up and share good news. Mm-hmm. I'd want to have good news. Mm-hmm. And I want to have, obviously a boyfriend at some point. I haven't had one in years. And I just want to have friends that are relationships that don't feel like a chore to tend to.
Mm-hmm. So I hear a couple of things in there. You'd want you'd want to have it feel like it was a choice. Like you'd really want to have relationships that really sort of felt meaty to you, or felt like that they were important to you.
Yeah.
That seem right?
Yeah.
Is there any other thing else I missed in there? I feel like there was like a first piece that I sort of missed in there.
Just being able to share good news. Feeling...
So you want people in your life where you felt like kind of connected enough to and close enough to that you would want to share, good news with them.
Yeah.
And that they would be there for you.
Yeah.
Does that feel right? Like that's sort of the kind of relationships you want?
Yeah, that feels right.
Has there ever been a time in your life where you felt like you had those kind of relationships?
Yeah, as a kid, I had no problems being social. I was always out playing with everyone, and it really wasn't a problem until, I don't know, maybe I was 13-ish. When I started moving into adolescence, I just started doubting myself a lot. And
who was your best friend back then when you, can you remember?
Yeah. Megan Myers.
And what was that friendship like?
I could spend the night at her house and not come home for 3 days, and it didn't matter, I felt safe next to someone, which I haven't felt in a really long time.
Is that something you'd want to have again in your life? That sort of like sense of like feeling so connected to somebody and like so there with them that you felt like safe to be able to just be just who you were with them?
Yeah, I definitely would.